All right, so here we are. We've got the frame pieces that we ordered. They actually came about 6 weeks ago, but I went on vacation for a while, so I haven't been able to do work on the Jeep because I wasn't here. Anyways, we've got those frame pieces now. Let me turn you around here. And there we go. We got the front cross member for the gas tank and then the rear frame cross member for the rear bumper mount. Got those two pieces. We've got the frame repair pieces, the ones over here on the floor, and I need to get to work. But like I said, we're gonna get this frame repaired, button back up, and basically then finish up painting the inside. And then I've got I was down in the States, in the US, and they have paint much cheaper than what we do up here. So this is the color right there. And I bought 4 cans of primer because I don't want to paint straight aluminum, and I've lost them. I know they're somewhere in a bag, somewhere stored away safe, but yeah, lost them. Anyways, okay, let me get to work on these frame pieces. I'll update you once I finish these frame repair. Look at that, and then we'll look at the cross members in, install the tank, and get this thing running and on its wheels. Okay, bye. All right, so I've got the 2 frame rails, both sides welded in now. Now I'm about to attempt to put that cross center at the front of the gas tank in. So welding's all done. I might have to trim a bit of this to get that cross member. Then I gotta patch this when I'm done. It's just I ended up having to cut too much that this frame piece didn't cover. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And gonna put that cross piece in. Now the cross piece is a bit wider than the hole here, so I gotta somehow stretch these frame rails apart to get this in. But yeah, that's a big job done. Now just gotta put these cross pieces in, and I'll be one more step closer. This is what it looks like on the passenger side, and this is the driver's side. Top of that frame's pretty good. So yeah, that's a big job. Everything lines up, it's even, spaced out the same, and ready to go. So let's do those 2 cross pieces now. So I've got that front cross member, and it's the gas tank front cross member. Because I've taken out the rear cross member, I was able to pry these 2 frame rails out and then wedge this in because it's a tight fit to get past. You have to pry out on this to get that on. If you didn't replace this rear one, then you wouldn't be able to pry it out. But I have replaced the rear one. I haven't put it in yet, so that made this easier. If you didn't do that, you'd probably have to trim a bit of this in here to get this in, or pry it in, or because it is tight. Like I've released the pressure off on this and it's come back in, and it is pretty tight in there. So that's up, and now I'm just gonna weld that up and put it in its spot. But yeah, just a tip there. It would be a bitch if you didn't have this rear cross member out. Anyways, later. All right, so I've got the front one welded in. It's done. And then I came to the back to put the new bumper brace on. And I welded this part of the frame a little bit too wide. So I had to cut this and bend this down. I'm gonna weld this on and then hammer that back up and weld it back. It's just that the jaws are not wide enough for when I re-welded the frame rails together, and it wouldn't go in. It started splitting apart. So I've cut this, bent it back. I'll get it up, weld it, and then hammer them back in, and then weld that as well. And then the back will be done. I'll be putting the tank back up. Oh, and just a little trick, if you're putting these things back, they're really hard to feed above that cross brace. So get the cross brace underneath it first to get these out, because I had to take it back out and put it back up before I welded it, because I realized these hoses are a real bitch to feed through that spot. Anyways, yeah, I'll get this rear bumper frame brace done, and then the tank mounted back up, and then mount the bumper back on, and let's see what else we got to do. All right, so we're pretty much finished here. We got the rear frame piece in, welded all around. We've got the rear cross member in, welded all around. Got the front cross member in. I don't know if you can see that. I test fitted the gas tank cradle, and it lines up with the bolts. Before I welded that back cross member on, I wanted to make sure that I had everything the way it was supposed to go. Yeah, welded that cross frame in, and yeah, good enough for this thing. Anyways, so now I will work on mounting the tank back up in there. I know I tested the cradle, it fits, and I'm not buying new straps because the straps were completely gone, and the tank's not going anywhere with that cradle. And yeah, I'm not worried about that. That's an expense I don't need to do at this point. And so yeah, we'll put the tank back up there, hook it up, and I gotta bleed the brakes yet. I haven't done that yet. Get the wheels on it and get it out of here because I got some other project coming in before I finish this. Just need to get it wheel rolling. Anyways, okay, we'll get the tank up and I'll get you back up. Check it out then. All right, bye. So I picked up some spray primer to, I want to make sure that the aluminum, where to put it? Make sure that the aluminum takes the paint. So I bought some Rust-Oleum self-etching primer. It's good for aluminum because I know paint don't like to stick to aluminum. So I figured I'd prime this. And because I'm like a kid and can't wait, I just did a bit. Hang on, show you. Just offhand, lay a coat of that up. I guess apparently it's green. I didn't know what color it was. But there's primer. So that really takes away from the, it makes it look like it's supposed to be like this. I don't know, it's just me. But maybe green is actually a pretty good color. But I've got many cans of the sand, the khaki right there. That's what we're gonna paint it with, that color. It's just ultra flat, military khaki or sand colored. But anyways, I just thought I'd do a quick spray down of the side just because you have paint, you want to paint something. But yeah, it went on pretty good. Anyways, we'll get to the next job. All right, so a bunch of parts came the other day. I've got the two new breather tube. It wasn't that I needed breather tubes, it's just that this rubber that seals them looks like was broke, and then someone put like black dum-dum around it. That doesn't hold worth the darn. Plus the these were plugged. Oh no, that one wasn't plugged. The other one was plugged. Anyways, so we got these two to put in. So now the tank can go back in the back, and we've got the two more body pucks that I needed for the back here. I don't know why I didn't get them before. I don't know what I was thinking, but they're in. Oh, and also I ended up rebuilding the body mount there because that was pretty soft. So I just bent a C channel here, like a C bracket, welded it on here because I'm going to put another piece of aluminum right across here. No one will know the difference because I got a little bit of rust starting there, so that's going to be covered. That's not primo body work, but I needed to do a mount and I needed to have something to weld it to, and there's not much to weld to down there. And I got to fix that hole right there. That's just a piece of metal I'm going to weld on that just to cover that hole. The strength is in the new piece there, so that's not a big deal. So let me get to that gas tank, repair that hole, and mount these two pucks in this new mounting area I made. And then we'll get you back when I'm finished. All right, so the gas tank is up. It is bolted up. The fuel lines are all connected. I had it running there a minute ago. We got the new body mounts at the back. They're bolted up. I couldn't find the original tank bolts there. I used different ones, a little bit longer, but it's a what do you call it? A carriage nut where it locks in because you can't get a nut on the other side. So yeah, fired her up. She runs. I had a bit of a gas leak, but the the clamp on this end of the rubber hose. I did not have to take the tank back off. This was loose. So tighten that back up, and the frame is done. I've got that factory bumper. I don't know if that was a factory bumper or not, but this thing weighs, it's got to weigh 100 pounds. I don't know if I want to put that back on it, because I wouldn't want anyone to tow anything with it. It's got a trailer hitch on it. Nobody should be towing with these vehicles at all. Maybe a bike rack, that's it. But yeah, spring shackles are all done back up. Everything lined up on that part. And yeah, if I throw some wheels on it, I could drive it. But I got to bleed the brakes yet. They're stopping, but they're not. There's air in the system. So that's the end of this chapter. Frame repair done. We'll go around the other side. Check out that. I fixed that hole that was up in there with a new piece on that. And yeah, the muffler is dangling, so I got to find some way to put a new bracket up there for that. But yes, she is drivable. Gas tank back up. I just got to put the cap, this part back on, but I'm going to paint it. So I'm not going to put that on just yet. So I guess I'm just going to be masking it and getting ready for paint next. Okay, end of chapter 3.